Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Carter Srirac. I run a content marketing and website design agency called Humways, and I also run this YouTube channel, Productive Dude. And I found that one of the most challenging things to do is to find the right software stack that's going to help you achieve your goals, especially when you're a tech entrepreneur. I guess I wouldn't consider myself a tech entrepreneur, but if you do anything related to tech or virtual work, it can get kind of cloudy sometimes, and there's a lot of applications out there that you can choose from. But one of the bare bones, like straight to the point applications that I always come back to is Trello. It's really good for just planning out and forecasting your long-term objectives and also seeing what you need to do on a weekly basis. So in today's video, we're talking about how I use Trello to plan for 2022 and how I use it to, kind of zoom in on a day-to-day and see exactly what I need to get done that day to be well on my way to reaching my goals at the end of the year. So let's get right into it. So once you open up Trello and you create an account, it'll look something like this, or it might take you through an onboarding if it's your first time using Trello, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You're just going to want to get to the point where you can create your own board. So to create a board, once you have an account, you're just going to hit the create button, and then you're going to hit create board. I'm going to give it a title, and this is going to be called goals and objectives. And I'm just going to put 2022 just to clarify, and we're going to hit create. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to enter a title for your first column. And this first column is just going to be your 2022 goals. And then we're going to create one for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I'm just hitting enter after I type that in to confirm and create that list. Okay, so now you should have 6. If you wanted to, you could add Saturday and Sunday, or you could make Saturday and Sunday a single list. So you could just do like Saturday and Sunday, or weekend if you want to have a weekend to do. That's okay as well. I'm just going to delete that for now though by hitting archive this list. And you're going to want to add 3 to 5 2022 long-term outcome goals. So these are just going to be like the thing that you want to achieve, the thing that you want to have from your goal. So you can get out there, you can get dreamy with this. It doesn't have to be super specific. We're going to get into that in a minute. But you just have to enter those goals first. So I'm just going to add in my goals for the year. So my first goal is a money goal, is to hit $150,000 in revenue for my content marketing and website design agency, Humways. So if you want to work with us in 2022, reach out. We do amazing work. You can check out our website in the description. I doubt that any of you are interested in Humways. So let's get on with the rest of my goals. So I'm going to add that card. And now, as you can see, I can click into this card and I can add a description and I can add some labels, a bunch of other things, even a checklist, dates. I'm going to go into this in a little bit, but now let's just add the rest of our goals. All right, so my next goal is to become more mindful and relaxed. And in order to do that, I do have some steps laid out in my mind right now, but that is my goal outcome. That's what I want out of this year. That's how I kind of want to end this year. I want to end this year with 150K in revenue and a more mindful, relaxed attitude. Another thing that I want to do this year is I want to get consistent on my workout routine. And I also want to grow my YouTube channel. So grow the YouTube channel at least 2x. So these are my goals, simply put, for the year. Now let's talk about what it's going to look like reaching these goals and kind of the small things that we need to do in order to get to that point where we're actually hitting those goals. So I'm going to hit this button right here, hit 150K revenue for Humways. And here we're going to want to add a checklist, and we're going to define how we're going to reach this goal right here. So this checklist title is going to be, simply put, cold emails. So I need to do more outreach, and cold emails are one of those things that I want to do on a monthly basis. So I'm actually going to add 12 items here to make sure that I'm staying on track with my cold email goal. So we're going to put in how many emails that I want to send for each month, and we're going to add those all as checklist items, and then I can check those off as I go throughout the year. So I've ran some numbers and kind of tried to calculate based on our previous cold email outcomes And it looks like minimum I need to send 175 cold emails per month. So I'm gonna put for January, I'm gonna copy that and then hit add, and I'm gonna paste it, and we're gonna do Feb. Okay, so now it's broken down into months. I could have done this quarterly if I wanted to as well. This is just gonna be a high-level progress tracker that I can update once a month. I can come in here and say, did I hit my goal? I did. I can check that off. And it's going to create this progress bar, which is nice. And then if I back out of there, you're also gonna see this little check mark with 2 out of 12. So it's gonna show how many months out of 12 I hit with my goal for cold email. If I wanted to, I could also add another checklist for any other initiatives that need to happen. So maybe I need to do website rebuild. Okay, we're just gonna add that. And then this item can be create the mockup for the website, launch the live site, promote with remarketing ads. And we could add as many initiatives in here or objectives or like milestones as we wanted to. And as you're completing those, you can check them off, make sure that you're hitting those goals. And what that will do is just gonna add to the total amount of tasks that you have left, and it'll still say 4 out of 15 because there's 15 total. There's 3 on this list checked off and there's 1 here. So get all of those kind of added in here. And once you have those added in, it's gonna be a little bit easier to visualize the objectives that you need to hit to reach your goal at the end of the year. You can also add a description in here if you need any more detail as to like what this goal means to you and what things you need to get completed. I'm gonna close this, and then next we have become more mindful and relaxed. So I'm gonna create a checklist in here. So what I would do next is I'd basically just meditate for 100 minutes in January, February, okay, so now I have the meditation goal. I want to meditate for 100 minutes per month, which boils down to about, I believe it's like 10 minutes a day with a few days missed here and there. I gave myself some buffer room, but that's something that probably isn't going to make a difference like immediately, but I think that after I get through January, February, March, and April, once I get through that first quarter, I'm really going to start to see the snowball effects of my consistency with the meditation. And I'm going to try to do that before I work pretty much, so that when I do start my work, I'm focused and it kind of just gets into that routine, right? Like meditation is just something you do before you work. So that I can get in that right frame of mind and get in that right focus to knock the day out. And then some more consistency on my workout routine. So I want to hit 200 workouts this year. So I need about 17 workouts per month on average. So I'm just going to create a workouts column, and we're going to do 17 workouts in Jan. All right, and then for the YouTube channel, this one I'm saying right now, so hopefully this reigns true at the end of the year. We'll see, and I'm sure we'll see the fruits of our labor if we do pull this off, but I'm gonna try to upload 200 YouTube videos this year. So again, that's gonna be about 17 videos per month. And if I do that, I think we're gonna exceed our 2x expectations. So even if I do a third of that, it'd probably be good, but we're gonna shoot for 200 YouTube videos. So I'm gonna add that as my last checklist. So once you have your 2022 goals or your 2023 or whatever year it happens to be locked in, at this point, you can move on to your weekly schedule. And if you want to, you can add another list so that you're just focused on the month at hand too. So if I wanted to, I could just do January, and then I could drag this over by 2022 goals, and I could add some January goals in here, like some near-term objectives. They don't necessarily have to be things that you need to hit on the 22 goal list, but if they are, that's ideal because that means you're aligning with what you're hoping to do. So I might look in here and I might see, oh, create mockup for the website. I'm gonna add that to my January goals. So create mockup for the Humways website. So you're basically just going to want to add all your objectives in January. And again, they don't have to all be related to these goals. They could be just the necessary things that you have to do on a regular basis. But ideally, you want to look at these goals and you want to plan this on the first of every month, or like basically like the month before if you can kind of forecast out. But that's just what I recommend to do. Add your goals in here for the month. So I'm just going to do 3 of those. And then next, what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to fill out your day-to-day. And when you're filling out your day-to-day, you want to think about how your day-to-day habits can actually influence your long-term outcomes in your year and your second-degree consequences of your actions. So when I think about the routines, the things that I want to build in, do daily, one of the things is make a YouTube video. One of them is meditate. One of them is work out. And then, the revenue, I'm going to want to consistently send cold emails. So I'm going to want to create these cards, and I'm going to want to make sure that they're set up like routines. So I might have a morning routine card. So on Monday, just call it morning routine, add the card, click into it, and you can add some checklist items here. I'm just going to call it morning routine. And my first thing that I want to do when I wake up is I want to drink a warm glass of water. You can add lemon in there if you want. That's a good way to wake your body up and get your digestive system, feeling okay, because sometimes people wake up in the morning, there's, stomach pain or what have you, and that can help out a lot if you just drink some like warm lemon water when you wake up. So I'm going to add that in there. Drink a warm glass of water. Eat a healthy snack. I used to do intermittent fasting, but I've found that like as long as I'm eating healthy in the morning, it doesn't really interfere with my my routine or my deep focus, or it doesn't give me brain fog. In fact, it helps me have more energy. So I think a lot of the people saying to use intermittent fasting, it might work for some people, but keep in mind that eating healthy and just like eating something good in the morning is also a good method. But I'm not the type to glorify breakfast. I think that breakfast being the most important meal of the day could be a little overrated. I mean, think about our ancestors. They probably all didn't eat breakfast. They probably woke up hungry, and that's what gave them the drive to go out, hunt all day for one meal, and then eat one big meal at night. And that's the idea, I think, behind intermittent fasting. Anyways, not to go off on an intermittent fasting tangent, but maybe eat a healthy snack in the morning. Bottom line, okay? And then I'm going to get into my workout. So jog to gym, because my gym is within jogging distance of my apartment, so that's super nice. I'm gonna get back, take a shower, then I'm gonna get a proper breakfast, get some good calories in, especially if you're doing strength training. You can eat like a light breakfast at this point if you want. This is just my routine though, so it doesn't have to go exactly this way. And then we're going to meditate for 10 minutes. So that would be my morning routine, and if I exit out of there and then I click on this and I hit copy and go to list Tuesday, hit create card, it's going to create that same morning routine right here on Tuesday. So I'm going to do that for the rest of these, and then I'll be back. All right, so now I've got all my morning routines in there. Now it might be good to just do like a mandatory work block every day where I have like a routine set of things that I do for that work block, and then I can have free time for work, because not all of my work time can be completely structured like that, but I could at least get the first hour or two, the important things out of the way and worked on, and get some of those habits done early in the day. So next I'm just going to go into focus block. And this will be another routine. So I'm going to create a checklist in here. We're going to call it focused habits. And remember, we're coming off that meditation right after the morning routine. So I'm going to go straight into cold email, 10 potential clients. And the way I do cold email, if you're curious, is I like to go super warm on this. And oftentimes these are more so like warm follow-up emails, because I'll go to a lot of like in-person networking events, and then at those networking events I'll sort of meet people, talk to them about some of their problems when it comes to their website or their content marketing, and then we'll drill down and we'll help them solve those issues. But I don't usually like just hit them up right away and ask them to work with them. I'll make like a warm introduction, and then I'll reach back out or we'll do highly qualified lead sourcing. We will find cold leads, and then we'll send like super personalized cold emails and build a relationship with the people. So that's kind of our cold emailing routine. I'm gonna add that. And then also film one YouTube video. And then once I've done those focus block things in the morning and got them out of the way, I can move on to the rest of my day. And I'm actually gonna duplicate this, add it to all the days really quick. All right, so that focus block is in there. And the nice thing about this is I've actually considered with these number goals and whatnot, you know, if I do have a day where I don't feel like doing that, if I really struggle to get the motivation, or if I'm really just swamped with work, I can take one day off per week out of the 5-day week. And I can also take off the weekend without having to do these things. And I could still hit my goals even if I did it 4 times per week. So that's a nice thing. And I've kind of factored that in from the start. So let's say I just completely botch Tuesday. Well, I can pick back up and I can get things done on Wednesday. Or one of the other things that you can do if you have goals similar to mine is, let's say you botch Tuesday, but then you just want to move your focus block and have a double focus block on Wednesday. You could potentially do 20 cold emails and 2 videos, and you can make up for the day before. So that's one of the things that I like about Trello is you can just easily drag these tasks over to like the next day or over down through the week further. Now you could also throw in a night routine here if you want, and if you don't have a night routine, I actually just shared some of my tips for getting a better night's sleep and some of the things that I do for my night routine. So if you want to, definitely check that out. The card will be in the corner, one of these corners here. So check that out, and that should help you with like getting a night routine set up. At this point, you're just gonna wanna add your day-to-day tasks. So I've got my habits that I wanna achieve built in. And honestly, if I just do my habits, I should hit all my 2022 goals. But of course, there are other things that kind of are accompanied with this, especially with some of my goals, like hitting 150K revenue and growing the YouTube channel. There are just things that need to get done, maintenance things that need to happen on a regular basis, whether I'm going for that goal or not, to keep things afloat. So those things will naturally arise as tasks here. So if I add a card, I can just do like, you know, change the channel art on the YouTube, or meet with so and so, whoever I'm going to meet with, right? And as you complete these, right, maybe I finish my morning routine here and then I just want to get it out of the way. Well, that's what this next list I'm going to create is for. It's called the archive, okay? So this is kind of just our trophy case of all of the tasks that we've ever achieved. So every time that I finish a task like this, I'm just gonna drag it on over to the archive, just like that. And remember, if maybe I can't meet with so-and-so on Monday, so I move that over to Wednesday. Super easy, it's just super flexible. You move things around, you can drill down and you can see your subtasks within a card. And that's really the reason that I like using Trello so much. So with that, that kind of ends this video. If you guys liked the Trello video, leave a comment below and let me know that you liked it, because I've only made a few Trello videos. If you want to check them out, I'll leave a card up in the corner. But I've only made a few Trello videos and they've seemed to get a good response. So maybe I'll start getting more into making videos about Trello to help you guys out. Hopefully this video did help you. If it did, please leave a comment below and let me know. Like this video to help us out with growing our YouTube channel, and subscribe if you want more content just like this. All right, we'll see you in the next one.